Juicy Joe Giudice, way back in the day, we had Juicy Joe Giudice on this podcast. I can't remember. I guess I should look it up. I think it was 2022. Maybe it was 2021, but probably 2022. At that point, it was a big thing. It kind of went viral. We had the Tamrat back in 2020. That's goodies. That was a big moment. We've had some huge moments on this podcast. But after Juicy Joe was on, you guys asked, when can he come back? Lots of people asked forever, month after month after month. Listen, last week here in the dead of the summer, July, we started this new, like, From the Vault series, and we launched it with the one, the only Claudia Jordan. And I figured, like, what a great thing to do in like July, the dead of July, the dead of August. Not a lot is going on in the entertainment business. Mind you, there's a lot of like Bravo gossip stuff. I mean, Denise Richards, Sheena. I mean, I don't even know where to begin. All this stuff about the new season of Beverly Hills. OC and this whole thing with Katie and there's a lot to actually talk about, but I'm like, let's see how this From the Vault series does. Never before aired chats. Well, everyone seemed to love our From the Vault with Claudia Jordan. Today we are releasing this, and this is so interesting especially in light of everything that just happened, where Gia pleaded her case to President Trump to allow Juicy back in the country. She sent the character references, character letters. Lots of people came for Gia. So many people came for Gia that she actually apologized. Man, that's a whole thing in and of itself. So, I mean, this is in a way as relevant as ever. I mean, because we do talk all about Juicy coming back to the US, but look, of course, we talk about RHONJ, the future. How can the show go on with the Melissa and Teresa that don't speak to each other? Louie, we talk about Louie, lots of stuff to say about Louie. Gia, um, what else? Oh, Dolores, Miss Switzerland. We talk about my friend Marge, the Sarge. You guys know my friend Marge, the Sarge. Very nice woman. I'm not personally taking business advice from her. I mean, she put a whale on a shirt. I mean, don't put a whale on a shirt. Don't put a tiger on a shirt. Don't put a penguin on a shirt. Don't put anyone. I don't care if the person is fat, thin, tall, short. Don't put anyone riding a horse on a shirt. To be safe, don't put a damn horse on a shirt, right? Vineyard Vines, have you ever heard of it? Anyway, we talk about Marge the Sarge. We talk about my good friend Jennifer Aydin across the river and her husband Bill. We got a lot to talk about with Juicy. This is a never before aired. This whole conversation in its entirety has never aired any part of it. It is not aired on Patreon. It is not aired on YouTube. It is not aired anywhere. So, we are going to be sharing the chat in full and all these clips. It is a continuation of our From the Vault series. This was recorded in a prior time. When was it recorded? That is a good question. Come to the live show when we do our next live show with Sarah Fraser. We might do a live show with Amir. It is a Q&A. No question is off limits. So this is a never before aired. No one has heard this chat at all. You haven't heard even a minute of it. From the vault, never before release chat recorded. I don't know when. We'll figure it out. With the one, the only Juicy Joe Giudice. Roll tape.
He's a nobody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So good.
What about, like Gia is going to go to law school now? Like when you look at your daughters, like, I mean, and this is no shade, like I'm from a divorced household, but like, kids are so much a product of their upbringing. Like when there's so much change when you're young, it really could affect you. But you have like four daughters. One is at University of Michigan, which is a really freaking hard school to get into. Like Gia's going to law school. Like, how proud must you be?
Very proud. Like I said before, I mean, as far as my kids go, I'm so happy for them. I mean, God bless them. And, all of them are really just so smart. You know what I mean? They are so smart. And I think that's the one thing that we got to really be grateful for, me and Teresa, is that we have these four beautiful daughters that we live for and do anything for. And, whatever it is that we have to do. And, obviously, whatever it is that I can do, I do. You know what I mean? It's whatever it is. I don't care if it's my last penny, I give it to them. You know what I mean? So, it is what it is. I mean, like I said, I do everything I have to do for him. I provide whatever I can for him, and that's it. You know what I mean? Then when I can provide more, I will. Obviously, when you come to a new country, it's not that easy. You know what I mean? It's expensive out here too. It's not cheap being out here in the Bahamas.
The Bahamas is not cheap.
No, it's not cheap. It's not cheap at all.
What about, there is this narrative out there, whether it happens or not. I mean, it's the far future, eventually, when housewives are like in their 60s, they kind of eventually get replaced. In 10 years, Teresa will be in her 60s, which happens to all of us. In 10 years, Gia will be 33. There is, Andy Cohen loves Gia. There is chatter, nothing serious, but just the Bravo verse puts it out there that, Gia maybe will be the first legacy housewife. And when Teresa rides off into the sunset and it's finally time for her to leave the show, maybe we'll have Gia be the first legacy housewife and she will be a real housewife.
I
How
got
would you
that.
feel about that?
She is going to be a full-time housewife then, huh? I mean, look, she knows how to play the role, that's for sure.
Would
I
you
mean, she's
be, yeah.
definitely well doing it. I mean, hey, look, if the money's good and they're going to be paying her and doing whatever, and she's still going, but she still has to become a lawyer. She still has to move on with her future. I mean, it's not just about being on the Housewives. You know what I mean? She has to finish school and do what she has to do. And I mean, whatever she wants to do afterwards, that's fine. You know?
And you wouldn't be nervous. You look at, like we said, like look at Teresa and Kathy. And I'm not saying Teresa would still be on the show, like Teresa, but like you wouldn't be nervous. I mean, there's a lot, like you said, that happens when people go on the show.
Well, yeah, of course. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, look, I mean, the only reason why this happened to me is because I wasn't a citizen. Otherwise, I would have got a slap on the wrist. I would have been out of jail in 8 months. You know what I mean? 9 months I would have been home, you know? So that's not a big deal. What I got in trouble for is, it doesn't even exist here. Taxes don't exist here. You go to Italy, that doesn't exist. Uh, Canada doesn't exist. You know what I mean? Just the United States, it's like they make a big deal about it and they put people away for that stuff. You know what I mean? But in other countries, I mean, it's not. You don't go to jail for that stuff. You know what I mean? You got a certain time if you owe money. You know what I mean? You make a payment plan, and if you got to pay some taxes, you pay. But they don't put you in jail for that.
No, I don't.
You know what I mean? It's like the United States for some reason. Like they put people in jail. I've seen people go to jail for that stuff. 10, 15 years they get. You know what I mean? 20 years for like whatever inside trader. You know what I mean? Inside trading, and they get 20 years for that. That's insane.
So you would be okay with G if the money was good. I mean, rumor is Teresa makes well over $1 million at this point, so eventually maybe G, like that wouldn't be a bad salary.
No, it's not a bad salary for anybody. You know, I mean, I hope Teresa puts her money away. You know what I mean? It saves it. You know what I mean? I hope she saves, as much as she can. But look, she's smart, Teresa. She knows what she has to do. So I mean, hopefully, everything. And I want everything to work out with her. You know what I mean? Louie, whatever. I mean, I want everything to work out for everybody. You know what I mean? I don't have any like animosity towards anybody or anything like that or any kind of jealousy. If somebody's making $5, $10 million a year, God bless them. You know what I mean? And that's it. That's the way I look at it. You know what I mean?
Well, Teresa and Louis do seem to be very happy and they seem to have a happy marriage.
Yeah, that's good, and they should. You know what I mean? There's no reason why they shouldn't. You know what I mean? They seem to get along. You know what I mean? They do their thing, and that's a good thing. You know what I mean? They go away a lot. You know what I mean? They take the kids away a lot, which is good. And that's it.
What about
And
Teresa was named one of Variety magazine's, 40 most powerful women in reality TV. I don't know if you're aware of this. There was a whole ceremony last year at the end of the year. Like that's a big honor.
no, actually, I didn't know about that, but I mean, yeah, she is. She's a very strong woman. After what she's been through, I mean, she's been through a lot. Look, we've been through a lot, and it was like not easy going through all that stuff. I mean, I never got in trouble or like seriously in trouble with like the feds. And I got a DUI, stupid crap like that. But I mean, I never got like actually in trouble for trouble. You know what I mean? Like real trouble, like where we had to get all these lawyers and all the, it was crazy, having to go through all that, you know what I mean, with little kids and, watching the kids having to go through all that. And, it's not easy. I mean, thank God, they turned out the way they did, you know what I mean? And look, don't get me wrong. I mean, we all have issues. I mean, no household is perfect, right? I mean, there's an old saying, every home has a broken window. So, nobody's household is perfect, no matter how perfect it looks. You know what I mean? So,
I would agree with that. What do you think? I mean, a lot of you've known her for a long time too, Dolores. A lot of the fans, Dolores has managed to kind of stay in the middle. I mean, a lot of people call her Switzerland, but a lot of people now are starting to say, like, it's time you have to pick a side. Melissa doesn't speak to Teresa. Teresa doesn't speak to Melissa. How loyal are you to Teresa if you're not really Team Teresa and you're still in the middle? Like, what do you feel
I
about
heard
Dolores?
that Frank Catania and Joe are like partners or some stuff like that, right?
Yeah, and they're good friends.
And Dolores just stays in the middle. See, I don't know because I don't watch. So I mean, but I did tell Dolores a long time ago. I go, look, if you do the right thing, do what you got to do on the show, you're gonna make money. You know what I mean? And just, I remember telling her, I gave her a little pep talk a while ago before she came on, and she seems, I mean, she's been on for a while now. What, 7 years now? Got to be.
Yeah, so she's making good money. So just get your money
Yeah,
and run type of
that's
thing.
it. You take your money and run. Deal with the nonsense. You know what I mean? Because it's part of the game, and there's nothing you can do about it. You know what I mean? You have to deal with whatever's going on. You know what I mean? You can't. Yeah, you gotta. Like I said, they stir it up. They do whatever. They tell you do say this, you stay there, you go. Everybody's drinking, and then they want the fight to break out eventually. And then they want an argument at least an argument. You know what I mean? And that's the way it is.
Do you
So.
feel